Hey guys, while I'm walking, I wanted to record this video to talk about something. God had me watch one video some time ago, and it's a video where there was this woman who survived the Second World War, and she was basically an elderly woman because she was actually a child, and she was in one of those concentration camps things where they were experimenting like crazily on her, on others there, and it's like, someone who did the interview, they like they wanted her. They asked if she would be okay to kind of talk to a worker who was one of the Nazis. If like they two of them would meet and kind of have a conversation kind of thing. And this woman, apparently, she wasn't very excited about this idea, but then in the end she was like, okay, let's do this. And so they had this kind of meeting, like her and this woman that worked as a Nazi, also an elderly. I guess she was older because she worked there, right? So, and like, you can see the kind of like, it was a very weird atmosphere to observe. And even though there were moments where they were kind of smiling to each other and kind of having that conversation, but at the same time, you could see that the woman who was the victim, right? She still had that resentment within her, and I completely understand that because that's crazy what they were doing to innocent people, right? And it was really, really hard for her. It's like she, I mean, even to me, it's hard to understand. How can you even be like that? And the other woman who was the worker, it's like there were times when she kind of showed that kind of like a regret on her face, yeah, like now when I think about this, I don't understand how I could have done this, and so on and so forth. But at the same time, it's like most of the time you can still see the pride within her, like there is this pride moment there, and then there is no real like remorse, really, because there is this pride. It's like she doesn't want to give it to her, that yes, she was so wrong. I mean, the whole thing was like brainwash, really. A lot of people were brainwashed, but at the same time, you have to have a heart, right, to understand the evil thing that you're doing. I don't know, in the end, I just felt like it was too unfair to the woman who was the victim. She's just too kind-hearted. I mean, she is kind-hearted, you can see that. But it's just too unfair because the woman, she's still operating in that pride, and she deserves like a lot better. And with the resentment thing, I know that God says that we have to forgive, but there are things that take time to forgive. It's very, very easy to say it, and you can do your best, but you really heal with time, And of course you do forgive, but some things take time to heal from, and imagine healing from something so crazy as World War II. And honestly, I don't think that that woman who worked there deserved the presence of the one who was the victim. And also seeing those moments of pride, that's just stupidity. I'm sorry, but that is stupidity. And I don't have to apologize for the truth because I don't understand how you cannot understand how horrible